is the 14th of December 1944, and the Empire of Japan spans almost across the world. There are some small pockets of resistance left in the North American continent, and the United Kingdom is the last standing major player on the Allied side. So the final enemy that we'll be facing is going to be the German Reich. And in order to do that, we are already starting to build up our forces along the lines, but as they stand, the forces are probably not going to be sufficient. We have a fair amount of divisions, but a lot of these divisions are still pretty much Second World War vintage. So these are complete infantry divisions, and they do have some firepower, but they are lacking. They're lacking modern firepower. Let me put it that way. So we're going to have to do something about that. We still have to deal with the situation in South America, because right now South America does not look good. We are constructing a supply hub, but it's going to take until April 1945 for that to be finished. And so in the meantime, I figure we'll try and see if we can maybe construct an airport and get some supply ferried over through the air. So if we construct an airport here, then we could try to airdrop some supply. So that's one thing that we're going to need to deal with, because that'll speed up things here a little bit. Alternatively, we could attempt to capture... This is not a port, is it? No. So we could attempt to capture Belém up here in the north. That would be one way of doing it. But I don't think... No, we don't have a way. We don't have a way there, short of going through the land, through the jungle, and that's not happening. So that's something we can try. The other things, there are a couple of things that we need to do. First of all, hello everybody, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. I am back, and unfortunately this is going to be the only episode you're going to get this week, because I still have to rest a fair bit after getting over the plague, and I probably won't be able to record more than one, but I wanted to get one episode out for you. This also means I haven't been recording in ages, so I'm trying to remember what it was that we were doing. So right now, we have... What are our spies doing? We are preparing a collaboration government in the UK. Yes, because we were planning to do naval invasions across the northern territories there. So let's begin with tidying up whatever is left here on the ground. We have a couple of divisions here that are all very clumped up. So, but I believe we are cleaning up this. Is there a land bridge? This looks like a way to ford over to Newfoundland. So let's see if we can get these 10 divisions moving across. Potentially, it does not look like. So we might have to actually naval invade that. Let's see where the 4th is currently. We have taken Nassau. Is there anything else we can get here by land, or do we need to? No, it looks like we're going to need to do more invasions. So let's get that sorted. Delete that and set up 2 more naval invasions. One there, and another naval invasion from... Nope. Oh no, 4th Army naval invasion from here to there. And then we're just going to sideline 4 divisions out of that and to this, and the other 4 onto that. Why am I having 8 divisions on that? Not sure why. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Look, we've still got a couple of naval troops here, and I believe we have cleared up. This is currently controlled by the Germans. Yes, we've cleared up pretty much everything here. So we can already start giving the rest of the 4th something else to do. Where do we have the rest of the 4th? I believe most of them are stationed around here. So let's see if we can... Yeah, we can already start bringing the remaining divisions of the 4th into the north, because we are going to hop Probably going to take out Greenland, Iceland, and then invade the United Kingdom from the north. So that's the plan, at least. So let's get the 4th already, give them their marching orders over and bring them to northern Canada. Do we have any supply up there in the north? Probably not. Yeah, not really. It's a port, so we do have some supply here, but we may need to upgrade that a little bit. So let's get that. Where's the port? There. Let's get that. That's a level 1 naval base. So why were we upgrading a naval base in South Korea? I am not sure why I'm doing that, but I might have a reason to do it. Anyway, we're upgrading Labrador to a slightly better naval base. And let's get that done. We're still constructing the fortress line across the contact line with the Germans. But yeah, the other thing that I mentioned that we need to do is we need to upgrade our infantry a little bit. Why are we having all these templates here? Okay, I don't know where these all come from. Probably American templates that we picked up somewhere on the way. So let's just decommission them all. We don't need those. So we've got the Type B standard infantry, which is the relatively capable infantry division, and we've got the very old infantry division, 24 width, not doing an awful lot. So what I'm thinking is to bolster these old divisions a little bit, and for that we're going to make a copy of these, and we're going to call that the Type B infantry division. And we will, do I have the, yes, I should have the Army XP. We will use mechanized infantry. So we'll probably add on to these some mechanized infantry, and we'll see how that looks. How much of that stuff do I have laying around? 2,600, not an awful lot, but we're going to be producing more. So let's add some actual mechanized infantry. I understand that this is not going to go speedy, so it's not a fast division because most of it's going to have to walk. But I don't want to change the whole thing into a mechanized infantry because I literally don't have that much. But these are defensive divisions. So if we are adding, let's just add it here. So we can add some mechanized infantry. What is that going to look like? It's going to give a little bit of armor, but it's going to be a 30 combat width, and it's going to need 120 mechanized units. Yep. So we might, yeah, 30 is a nice combat width. So that, why am I changing this one? No, not the Type B is what I wanted to change. Where is it? Didn't I duplicate it? Hang on. Duplicate that. Oh, because I cancelled it, I believe. Okay, so that is the Type B. And we will add some mechanized infantry just to make this a slightly more modern setup. And we will also add a logistics company to these. And oh, what? Where is it then? Oh, do we or? Oh, hang on, that is already the Type B. Haha, gotcha. Okay, so let's do that again. So that's going to be the Type C infantry then, the more modern version. Type C. You will get logistics, and you will get mechanized infantry. There we go. 30 width, 120 mechanized, and we are reducing the supply usage somewhat. So these are going to be our defensive divisions. That'll give them a decent amount of attack, but an incredible amount of defense. So just having these in here, maybe we'll actually, what is it gonna? We could double this. So we could make this. We could make 2 lines. That would make it make them even better at defending. But 240, which means we could make about 10 of these, which is not an awful lot. So that said, we can ramp up production a little. So let's do it like that. Yeah. So this is going to be the defensive. These are defensive troops. These are troops meant to hold, and I'm going to give them a different symbol as well. These are slightly more modern. These are more modern infantry. So this looks like an older rifle. So let's maybe not use that. It's fine. Well, it's going to be difficult to distinguish. We're going to give them the star. Okay. So save that template. Then let's review what else do we have here. So we can convert these as well into that template to make these are faster divisions, but they just don't have the power. I mean, we can leave them there, but we are building the tank divisions here, which are going to be very, very powerful indeed. The armored divisions. So let's start converting some of the armies that are doing defensive duty into these new divisions. So who do we have standing around here doing nothing? We've got the 8th Army, which is already relatively modern. They have a decent amount of mobile divisions. So let's just change the. Although maybe not this army, because they are already relatively modern. We can. Who else do we got? Who do we've got operating in the area still? Are we still busy here? Yes, we are still actually capturing Alaska. Okay, so that's just the homeland defense. They can stay on infantry. How about the 2nd is currently in the Middle East, right? Yes, the 2nd's in the Middle East. The 3rd is completely out of. Is the one fighting in the jungle, so I'm not going to mess with them right now. The 4th is for naval invasions. The 5th, yeah, the 5th is a good. 5th is a good candidate. So if we were going to change these all to the Type Cs, that would need a lot more mechanized than we currently have. So let's just select all the infantry. That's 20. Let's make that a little fewer. Let's make that 10 and start with that. There. Let's get these changed to the Type C, which needs more manpower, more infantry equipment, which we have, mechanized, which we have, support equipment and trucks, which we have plenty of. So this will just trickle in, and they can. Which one is this? This is the 5th Army. They can go and just make sure that they're battle ready. And that should relieve our stockpiles of mechanized infantry equipment. Yes, it does. Good. Are we still training? Yes, we are still training mountain divisions. How are our tank divisions looking like? We have the... Which one is it? We have the... I believe it's the 12th. The 12th has a bunch of tank divisions, so that's actually decent. Do we have tanks in reserve? We have plenty of tanks in reserve, but we're short on mechanized. So we may as well actually, at this point, divert some production and increase the amount of... because we are also, one thing I noticed, we are also extremely short on aluminium. So once again, let's divert a little bit of production. We're going to start winding down the medium tanks here, and we can actually convert some of the older Chi-Nu into the Kai-A version. So let's ramp up mechanized and get these reduced and get them to just convert existing stockpiles since they're at it. And we can do the same with the zeros here. We've got plenty of stockpiles that we can convert into the more modern versions of it. All right, and that'll start preparing, because we are going to have the Type 61 main battle tanks coming up, and we're working on jet engines as well. So there's all kinds of interesting things happening. Was I finished with with doctrine? Yes, I was. Okay, so the doctrine is complete. So that's all good. Next up. Oh yes, we needed transport planes, and I believe we are not having any transport planes in stock. Do we have transport planes? We have 6 transport planes, so let's just take those for now. Let's see what we can do with those. They should be able to air supply, but they don't have the range. So the range is very short on these things, which means I need an airport a lot closer. Yeah. See, that's the problem with the transport planes. They don't have the range, which means I would need an airport here pretty much. And if I had an airport here, it's not going to get any supply because there's no supply here. So there's no supply that the transport planes can drop onto the front lines because these things just don't have the range. Is there anything I can do about them? Let's have a look. There's no upgraded transport plane, is there? No, there's nothing I can do variant wise. Oh, we have rocket interceptors already. Interesting. I thought okay, this might just come from the rocket engines that we got these things, but I'm still waiting for the jet engines because that'll allow us to get to the that'll allow us to get here, and then we have effectively MA-262s and jet tactical bombers as well. So this is all going to be very valuable. Air training. Yes, we will have to contend with the Luftwaffe, so we will need a lot of air power, which means we're probably also going to need some bigger air bases. So let's have a look here, where we get some air bases that we can operate with. Let's get. I think we have some relatively highly upgraded air bases here, but it might not be sufficient. So let's get the frontline air bases and probably the one in the north all the way up to level 10. And I want the Middle Eastern air bases as well. There's a big air base here that we don't control, but we do control. We do control this. Hang on, this is. Why am I in control of this? Why am I suddenly in control of Ankara? Yeah, something weird's happening here again. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but we'll not rely on that. So instead, we will build up. We will build up probably this one and this one to full air bases. Yeah. Okay. So let's get that done. And can we deploy some more planes? We need more, especially fighters. We're going to need more, and I'm not talking about the carrier fighters. So, we've got tactical bombers that we can get plenty of. So let's do that as well. 2, 3, 4. Okay, more tactical bombers is never a bad thing. Do we have some more space here in the air bases? These are already full. That one's already full. So we're gonna have to start relying on the rear air bases. See, that's why I need to upgrade these because I don't have enough space. We have close air support, which is not going to have the range necessarily. I'm more interested in fighters at this point. Naval bomber, carrier class, fighters. There we go. Fighter 3. These are captured, I believe. We're going to make that 100, and they will be eventually replaced with the fighters that we are producing. Oh my gosh, we've got lots of tactical bombers here. So yes, more tactical bombers can't hurt. These are really old fighters, so we're not really going to do anything with those. That'll do. So 2 fighter wings that we can these 2 we can train up, and then we can get 2 more tactical bomber wings out here. 1 and 2, and these 2 can train up. Yeah, we're going to need more air bases. Do we have some air bases in the Middle East that are not fully that are not fully occupied at this point? This is fully occupied. Baghdad can still take some, so let's create more tactical bomber wings here. 2, 3, 4. There we go. And train these all up. Okay. So, yes, we will need a lot in the air. Dealing with the Luftwaffe is going to be very interesting. What do we know? How much do we know about the Luftwaffe? A decent amount. They have that's close air support. They have somewhere between 5 and 10,000 fighters in the air, and I don't know how many we have. So that's actually, let's check if we can compare that. We've got about 7,000, so we're pretty much on par. We probably have an edge on tactical bombers, but I need more fighters, and I believe we are producing fighters at a pretty massive rate. Yes, we're gonna need more of those, honestly, though. So let's get a couple more going, and then we'll need to switch over to the jet fighters and get these under construction as well. I am going to need some more military factories, to be honest. So let's just build some more where we can. And here and here. Nope, that's already full. We've got plenty of captured territory that has great infrastructure. So we'll build military factories where we can. That's a bit close to the front lines for my liking. Yeah, the air war is going to get real interesting. So standing up against the Luftwaffe here is going to be an interesting challenge. I believe that we have the technological edge over them, but I'm not 100% certain how well this is going to go. Anyway, yeah, we've got plenty of factories building. And we've still got to churn through all these things here. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait in the Amazon, unfortunately, until we could construct a port here maybe and ship some supplies in navally. That might work. Let's get a naval base up and running. Not right there. Is that what I wanted? Where did it go? All the way at the bottom, probably. Let's try that again. I wanted it more on the coastline because it's a naval base. Naval base up there? No, that's literally where it builds it. Okay, so we can build a naval base there and connect that to eventually to the supply lines here in the jungle. Yeah, that's probably the best we're gonna get. That doesn't need to go all the way. Yeah, cancel that railway. We just need 1, 2, 2. There we go. That naval base, please get me that already, because that'll at least produce some local supply, and we may be able to go along the coastline. And that should be... How long is that going to take compared to the... let's make it a level 2 naval base. Yeah, that's going to be quicker than actually building a supply hub. So we're going to need both anyway, but yeah, that's all good to go. All right. We have another army here. Okay, these were all foreign troops, but I think we can still get one army produced. So I am going to queue up another modern army. So we will get these all queued up in Japan. So let's make 12 of these and 12 tank divisions. And we're just going to make one of these in the homelands. Okay, and 12 tank divisions. There we go. So that is going to take a little bit of time, but we'll get there. We are currently saving up political power to, I believe, to get. Yeah, I think these guys are the last remaining ones. If we look at our subjects, they are. They're still. Are we still lend leasing to them? I believe we are. And yeah, Lend-Lease is still incoming, so they will be ready once we have the political power. Okay, Navy. I believe Yamamoto has 2 carrier groups at this point, which is great. And for some reason, the Agano still doesn't want to join carrier group 2. You know what? The Agano gets to join carrier group 3. Go. We've got the submarines up. We've got a bunch of ships in training at this point. And I believe we are producing a decent amount of... we are still producing a Shokaku. We're still producing Yunsen Scouts, because we need a couple more of those, I guess. Let's make, like... How many more do we need? We need... This is one too many, actually. Let's go... You go there. We need 4 maybe. Let's make 4 more, and then we can shift to something else. So, Yunsen Scouts. We are building Aganos. We're building the Atago battleships, but that's going to take a while still. I don't think we will be building any more battleships after that. We are building Kaidai 4s in force, and more cruisers, another Shokaku. We're building the Yugomos. There's another Atago that we're building. These are just Chimushus, and we're building Akizukis, yeah. So plenty of work happening here to build up our navy even further. Although I think at this point the war is not going to be decided on the sea. We are already going to start moving Yamamoto though, because I believe Yamamoto has been sitting reasonably idle. How are we on? Yeah, we can still do a bit here. So let's get carrier group 3. Let's get carrier group 3 exercising as well, and we will get a little bit more naval experience before we start moving Yamamoto up into the Atlantic. But for now, Osawa can cover the Atlantic, and that is now actually the wrong theater. So this is going to become the North Atlantic Theater. Okay, and Osawa's carrier group 2 is going to be... Where is he currently docked? In Haiti. Haiti is not terrible, but I'm thinking already of moving him further north towards... let's move him to New England. And what areas is he currently covering? There's nothing going on here anymore. But I would like him to cover already these areas. There we go. And we don't need to cover that anymore because we're way beyond that. Okay, Pacific is secured, so we're going to get him already to start covering the North Atlantic. But yes, we will need North Atlantic bases, and that's where the invasion is going to happen. Okay, now I think the one place where the fighting's going on here, we can't get across here, so we will need... we're going to get this one division here already into... Actually, we're going to need a couple more. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divisions on my naval invasion from here into... Where's the port here? There. Yeah. So these 6 divisions can get that sorted. What else are we looking at? Cryptology. The German Reich is decrypted, so we're all done there. And yeah, I believe that's all going on. Okay, so let's keep things rolling, and just make sure we're still taking these remaining areas here to secure the north. They have air superiority. They have a bunch of planes over Brazil. Yeah, we don't have a... we do not have an airport anyway here. And that's another thing that we can probably construct. airbase. Let's get that should do it. And we might have to prioritize that. And then we can actually, which isn't going to do us much good right now because there's no supply here. But from there we should be able to, our tacticals should be able to cover most of the most of the area. All right, when is that naval base going to be constructed? January 18. Okay, so we can wait a little bit until that's happening. And we still have more South America to deal with, but right now, can you all please just capture that? And this is, no, it's not 5th, this is 11th Army, so here. 11th Army, yes. And I believe the troops are in place, almost all of them. Just making sure. Yeah, we've got the 4th shipping in at this point as well. So I believe we can actually already get this order started. So that's once they're ready, they should be able to move. Do we have naval supremacy? Yes, we do. Because we got Osawa in the area, so there should not be. There's still a British home fleet out there somewhere, but don't quite know where they are. This Newfoundland here is still apparently occupied by the Americans, so that's interesting. I'm not sure why this isn't running yet. We still need 6 days to prepare, that's why. Okay, cool. So that's happening. These were the only conflicts we were currently having, right? Okay, we've got 5 mountain divisions. Where did I have the, here I believe, yes. So bring in the mountain divisions. We've got 3 dockyards. And I believe, what do we need? What do we need more of? We're not really going to be able to build a large amount of the larger ships anymore. Floating harbor, this might be interesting. We could build that, but I guess not really see the need for it unless we were invading somewhere where we didn't have supply. Let's build more Yugumos. Can never have enough of these things. So that gives our dockyard something to do. And we've got another Shimushu that can start moving up. These are really just convoy escorts. You can go train. You can fill this one up, and we've got a Kaidai that can train as well. Okay. And yeah, we are going to need more air. Air is sort of my concern at this point, to a little bit of a degree. Where do we have still air bases? I'm gonna need more air bases, and I'm gonna need them soon. This is just a small one. This is not really great either. This one's a big one. Okay, can we bring a couple more fighters up? Fighter, tactical, scout, fighter 2s, fighter 1s. There we go. No provisional governments. No, be quiet. And I'll set that to 100 and get them training. Yeah, the fighters are gonna be an interesting question, because the Luftwaffe is gonna be the fight against the Luftwaffe is going to be an interesting one. How have we gone here? Are our naval troops on the move? Yes, they are. So our invasion of Newfoundland is on the move, which means the rest of the 11th doesn't really need to sit around up there in the north. They can move a little bit further south, because we don't really have an awful lot of supply up there. So let's move them south. That's a research finished. No, you don't get to join wars. And we're not doing any more non-aggression pacts. We need the Type 4. Yes, we need the Type 4. That needs to happen. And we're almost at the modern tank. So I'm very excited. And I will have to see what gun we have available for this thing. But that will be the Type 61. Type 61 was a little bit later, I believe. Okay, let's watch the naval invasion of Newfoundland here. Type 61 was a little later, but we are almost... I feel that it's warranted. It's 1945, and the Japanese Empire is large enough that at this point we can... Okay, yes, there are some American troops holding out here under Bradley, but even though these are not actual naval divisions, I don't think that they can hold that. Let's see. We might have to do another landing if this doesn't work, but we'll find out. I think we can push Bradley back, even though these aren't actually naval troops, because the Fourth Army wasn't in position yet, so not so good. Okay, one more day while we're watching that happening slowly. They're trying to get a foothold on the beaches. There it is, modern tank chassis, and that I believe means we are we've still got some more upgrades to do for armored. Yeah, more armor. But let's design ourselves a Type 61 tank. So, tank. Modern tank chassis. There it is, Type 61. Ha! My research was correct. Okay, that is going to be the modern tank, and that's what it's going to look like. Type 61 main battle tank. Alright, what do we got? So, gasoline engine, yes. Nothing fancy here. We're going to go with... We could go with cast armor, to be honest, just to make these things absolutely monstrous. Because honestly, I think I have the production to do this. So let's try cast armor. We need a speed of... how fast are these things? Once we have them actually there. These have a speed of 12 kilometers, so we need to match them. All right, so we need 12 kilometers of speed, ideally. 10.7. Once we start sticking armor on this thing, this is going to go down. But let's get everything else sorted out first. So we've got the... we could... What's the difference between... Oh, the Christie suspension is a bit better. Yeah, let's use that then. We need a modern turret. Yes, there's only one. This is going to be... What guns do we need to put into this thing? Do we need to wait for this? Because this will this will unlock the... what is this? Advanced high velocity cannon. That's, I believe, what we want to stick onto that thing. Or the advanced heavy cannon. Depends, which is more expensive in terms of resources. But has doesn't have the same amount of piercing. I think we're going to go with the advanced high velocity. So we're just going to have to wait for 17 more days. Okay, so no design yet. We have to wait for the 75mm Type 4 gun to finish. So in the meantime, let's keep an eye on this little defense here. Yeah, we're wearing him down, but how do we have air superiority here? I mean, we've got air superiority everywhere, but I don't think... we need to bring all these planes over, by the way, as well. They are already overstacked here. We've got some tactical bombers. Let's give them ground support in over Newfoundland. So let's move them over there. And oh, that's why, because they are literally covering the whole Nova Scotia area. Okay, cool. Yeah, we need to start bringing these planes over, and I think I'm going to need more airports. I'm going to need more airports in the European region here. At least some fallback airports. There we go. There. And until that's all done, Oh, the British are doing some bombing here. Still, at this point in the war, the Germans have not managed to do anything about the UK. I think these are all done. So let's get the fourth going and just make things happen. Oh, I believe I have made a mistake here and left that front line there. Okay, so we're gonna need to send these divisions up north again. Once we're finished with these naval invasions there, then we can send the fourth north in its completion. Okay, we have managed to make landfall. So let's take, yeah, let's wipe out this last remaining American division. The 27th New York Division. I don't think they have much to say here. Under massive bombardment of the Japanese Air Force, there's not an awful lot happening anymore. But I believe we do have a port now. Yes, we do. So we do have some supply in Brazil. Not on the southern end, but we can definitely start our advances again. So let's make things happen. Let's get where's their capital? There's Rio. We're not too great. We're not doing too hot in the south, but we might be able to grab some supply in the north. If we march along the coast, we should be able to get some supply. So let's see if we can take that supply hub first and foremost, and take that port over there. And I'm not sure why you're sitting down here. Why are we actually set up against Venezuela at this point? I mean, yes, at some point, but not yet. So let's get that happening. And these divisions can all join that front line. Okay. So we're making a push here, and that is across a river. So that is probably we'll get some support. Let's see if we can make it across the river. We're not going to push in the south because we have to wait for that supply hub to happen, and that's also when we'll start fighting in Bolivia again. Once we actually have supply in the south. And this looks like it's actually harder than... Oh, we're crossing rivers again, that's why. Yeah, okay. Which army is this? This is the third. Can we do makeshift bridges? No, he does not have the skill to do that. It's unfortunate. Okay, that's an operation, but we'll see what we can do, and see if we can make it across. It's hard in the jungle to get across a river line, but okay, that's finished. So now we can, and I believe we're not going to go into rocket artillery at this point, really. We're still waiting for this to become available. Naval tech. What other tech do we need? We need to we need to improve our logistics company. Yes, definitely. So that's something we can do. But we can now design ourselves the Type 61 modern battle tank. So modern chassis, Type 61 modern tank, and it's going to look like that. And I believe we said cast armor and Christie suspension. Yep, we're not being thrifty here, and we're going to use the where is he? Hang on a minute. Wasn't that becoming available? Where is that gun? Okay, now I'm confused. Somebody help me with this. Wasn't this enabling the advanced high velocity cannon? This is what I wanted to have on my tank. Can I not use this gun? Is this in heavy? Oh, it's a heavy cannon. That's why. That's where it is. This would allow us to... Okay. So this has the most soft attack. That's an AA gun, so we don't need that. So it's either the high velocity or the advanced heavy cannon. The advanced heavy cannon has more... yeah, has less piercing, has more soft attack, but I think I'm going to go with the high velocity cannon. Okay. And then we said we were going to go... First, we'll stick some armor onto this thing. First radio, an advanced radio. Yes, we're gonna need more breakthrough, and we are gonna get sloped armor. And how much armor can we get on this thing? We're gonna need to bump our speed up. So engine improvements. That's as far as we can go. That's 11.2 kilometers. I would have liked to have these. I mean, we can go. We can go down to 11 kilometers, or to 10 kilometers, I guess. How about this? And then we'll stick. Yeah, armor skirts don't make an awful lot. We can put an autoloader in there. I think that's a great idea. I like the sound of that. What else? We could fit a stabilizer for higher breakthrough. What else could we get? More machine guns, which is giving us more soft attack. A squeeze bore adapter, which is going to give us more piercing. And wet ammunition storage, which gives us more reliability, so we could bump the armor a little bit more. But honestly, I'm thinking stabilizer or machine gun. Stabilizer. Stabilizer sounds great. Okay, so we can stick a little bit more armor until we're going. This thing isn't quite as fast as I want it to be, but she's got extremely good armor, and I think the firepower is exceptional as well. So this is the Type 61, which means we are now going to switch our production, if we can find it, that is, of the Chi-Nu. Can we? We still have some stockpile here that we could convert, but honestly, I'm not going to. I am going to switch that over to the modern tank, and we're going to need a lot of these. So there's a lot of production going to go into that, and that brings us back to our war on the ground. So I believe we have made some advance here across the river. By the looks of it, it seems we've pushed the Brazilians out, but we are struggling in the north. Submarine offensive, yes, unlocking that. Yeah, against the Germans, it's not going to be an awful lot going on. Okay, and we've still got American troops on the ground here. Yeah, you know, you'd really think they'd be defending their homeland, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So let's see if we can make a push towards that supply hub up north here. Take that off them. That should severely reduce the amount of supply that they have available to them. And now that we have some troops here, nope, no provisional governments. We can actually support this attack from the north as well. Okay, so things are rolling in South America, except here against Bolivia, not yet. But in the northern Brazil, this is working reasonably well at this point. So we are just pushing the Americans out from that supply base, and then. Yes, we have captured the supply base, so now we can start attacking along the lines here and towards the next port, and see if we can. I believe we can just get 2 divisions to go across the river here. I think we are unopposed at this point. Yes, we are unopposed. So let's see if we can march them through and cut off anything. Actually, just march them through to the east coast. It's another convoy raiding. No, you don't get to join. I'm just waiting for enough. That's still in progress. I'm just waiting for enough political power to make an end to these guys. Do we have? Yes, we start having an airbase. So let's start bringing the hurt from the air, and that'll help with the advance quite a bit as well. Okay, so that's all done. And here, yeah, we're just pushing them away at this point. Can we make it across in the south? For some reason, we appear to have to have supply in the south. So we may as well try and see if we can push all the way towards Rio. And here we are pushing towards that area. Okay. Yes, we are building modern tanks. Yes, we are going to need to change that. So this is going to be duplicated, and that is going to be the Sencha Shidan C armored division. Does that make sense? Do we have... Yeah, it's an armored division. And we are going to go with modern tanks. Modern tanks all the way. And I think we can actually make this a little bit larger still. Modern tanks. Modern tanks. We have a decent amount of organization still. And we are going to lose some soft attack from these, by the looks of it. But we are gaining all the breakthrough. And even the heart attack is massive. So if we are finding any, and the armor is significantly better as well. So we should be, this should be good. We could build ourselves a self-propelled artillery and add that for better soft attack. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Since we're at it. So if we take the modern, the Type 61. Actually, we're not basing this on a Type 61. We're going to start it from scratch. And we're going to build... that's going to be a lot cheaper. And what has the highest... the highest soft attack here in these? That's AA. Medium howitzer, that's 51. 51. It's not going to be in the small armaments, right? Nothing here is going to be able to match that. Nope. 51, and here the highest we can get is 63. So the heavy howitzer. Let's put that in there. We're going to go with the cheap armor, and we're not going to do an awful lot on the armor. And I believe we can. Yeah, let's go with the bogey suspension. Definitely a radio. What's giving me more soft attack? None of these. We could add machine guns, or we can't add additional turrets. I believe machine guns is the one thing that we can add here for more soft attack. So we add, if we just add 3 machine guns onto that thing, we get up to 70 soft attack. And we need these things to have a speed to at least be able to keep up with everybody else. And then we can put a little bit into armor, I guess, until we are running out of, yeah, that'll do. 11 kilometers. And that is the, I'm not sure actually. This is going to be an artillery, so a self-propelled artillery, which means it needs a, well, we don't have a really better model than for that. Yeah, that'll have to do. Self-propelled artillery, and we're going to call that the. I haven't looked this up, so we're just going to call it Type 62. Not sure if this really existed, but this is something we can build, and that'll give us. I am almost tempted. I'm almost tempted to change this to the not the armor skirts, but the sloped armor. Yeah, we replace one with sloped armor. Okay, there we go. And we can still armor up this thing a bit more. 10.5 kilometers. Yeah, this should work. Okay, so this is the Type 62 artillery. And we're going to call that an SPG because that's what it is. It's a self-propelled gun. Okay, and we're going to have to build these actually. So we are going to build... these things there. And we're going to need probably 10 factories on these, which means we can now take the C template and add some artillery onto this template, which massively buffs our soft attack. And should we add 2? It's a combat width of 35 right now. It does reduce our overall armor, but the amount of firepower, yeah, that's nice. Okay. Which means now I am going to start... I'm not going to start training these, but I'm going to start converting into these once we have the equipment available. So we're going to start. We're going to keep these trained up with the current equipment, so I can already start training them. But once they are becoming available, then we will actually start. Training them up. Tanaka has been wounded, which is unfortunate, but such is the reality of war. You do get wounded on occasion. Let's push the Brazilians out from here, and we're just going to walk along the port here. Can we already bring in? Yes, we can bring in a second tactical bomber wing and have them operating here. We've still got some enemy. What is this? British light cruisers. Okay, well, if you want. Can we? Who's this? This is escort group, so I'm not sure what he's gonna get. Concealment expert, you can have it. Why not? Yeah, if the escorts need to run, then that's a decent thing. Osawa, oh, not really seeing anything here that I want, and it's the same. We're not retreating with the carrier groups. No retreat, no surrender. Okay. Have we sorted everything here? Almost. So we've got almost everything going, and I believe we can now. Yes, we have taken. The 4th has taken all the islands here, so that's all under our control, which means that we just need to secure them now. We're actually out of divisions. Can we not secure something that we're currently securing? Otherwise I'm gonna have to start splitting that. Yeah, stop securing that, honestly. There's nothing going on in the Indian Ocean. And here, this is all secured pretty much. So, Mediterranean, yes. But the rest of it, not so much. Okay, that leaves them some divisions, and they can add these islands here, there, and that as well, there, and they will actually have to include the coastline here too, which means they're almost at capacity again. Yeah, that'll work. I don't think anyone's going to be invading us here, so we can definitely start moving the troops forward. But that means I can get the 4th army. I can get the 4th army lined up here. So let's get the 4th moving. The one thing that we can do with the 4th as well is get these templates changed over to the Type B. I think we have the equipment, yeah. So let's get that all sorted, and we're going to do a similar thing with the others once they are not in combat. So, for example, the 2nd army. Yeah, I mean, we can leave some divisions here that are literally just for defense, but I'm almost feeling that these are just more capable. So let's see if we can just change these over to the type B, especially for the armies that have nothing to do at the moment. So let's get that all sorted. And the third is fighting, and the fifth isn't. So the fifth is already switching to more modern templates. We have managed to sink... Oh, that little group, yeah, Osawa has taken care of that. Cunningham has still a cruiser, HMS Dauntless, and a bunch of destroyers that have been wiped out. And we've got 3 dockyards. So, 3 dockyards, I guess. We could start another Yamato class, but honestly, it's not going to finish in time. So let's be realistic. We may as well just build more Yugamos. There, more Yugamos coming online, and I believe we are about to encircle the Americans here. So let's make that happen. And here we can actually, yeah, that's a nice encirclement as well. Let's get that all closed up here. And we can probably divert 1 division. Yeah, we're breaking through their lines here pretty rapidly at this point. Let's get 1 division diverted here. And 1 division here, just to make sure that they're not cutting us off. So let's get that sorted. How's the airbase? Okay, we can bring another air wing over. Doink. Okay, and that should give us absolute air power over Brazil. We're just pushing these divisions out here, and we can literally wipe that up. They have nothing, absolutely nothing. And we've got a division here that can work up their way around. And here we can start cleaning this up as well. Oh, we did get some divisions encircled here. This is unfortunate. Let's do something about that. So these divisions need to return. We're gonna keep 1 division moving forward, but these 3 divisions need to fight their way back out of here. We have been a little bit optimistic, I believe, in our advance here. No, you need to reconnect these. We can reconnect them from the north. That should not be a massive problem. Yep, that should work. And just roll them up from the north as well. I believe they can hold out for a little bit on their own. Just push the Brazilians back wherever we can. I believe we all need to focus on reconnecting here, though. Okay. We have another research done. Yeah. Rocket launchers. Yes, please. So we need to finish up the infantry equipment. We do night visions. No, Venezuela, you don't get a non-aggression pact. I am gonna need everybody to widen the front a little here. And jet engines are finished, which means we can now begin research into the Nakajima Kika. And that will be a jet fighter, and that's going to be very exciting once we have that going. But yeah, right now let's just make sure that these divisions are making it out of here alive again. While we are pushing from the other side, so this should be sufficient. We are pushing them from the north. We can take this here. Let's make sure we wipe out these divisions here, and everything here cleans up the landscape. Keep attacking. Okay, that has not worked, but they have managed to reconnect. So so that one is safe. There is a Brazilian division which is trying to trying to push us here in the north. Let's see if we can cut these two off. And I believe we should now be able to get all the remaining... Yeah, we can get all the remaining tactical bombers on in the air. We have once again apparently lost the connection here. This should sort itself out relatively soon. But we are now very much out of supply in this area again, because we have outrun all the supply bases once more. But once we've cleaned up the north here and connected everything here, we should be good to go. We can get one division moving there, just to make sure we get that all encircled and reconnected. We do have ports here, so the supply is not a problem. Now that we're controlling the ports here, and I believe that should be the end of that. Yeah, we have one division there that needs to be dealt with, and we can keep capturing land here. Okay, everybody move forward while we are reconnecting. Yes, we've got some encirclements going. That needs to be wiped out. That needs to be wiped out. And these divisions need to be wiped out. Okay. And then we can clean that up. And here I believe we can advance in the north. Let's make sure that these divisions don't escape. That's 5 Brazilian divisions that we'll be wiping out, and we'll be advancing southward here. We can get one division to clean that up. And I think that is the nope. That is the majority of the remaining Brazilian resistance here, honestly. I don't think there is an awful lot still. Yep, we've got... oh, we managed to encircle some Brazilian divisions here, so that's good. And they are completely cut off, so I'm not sure if they will be... if they can retreat to Bolivia, but we will find out. Yeah, there's still some remaining American divisions here as well, which is fascinating. So let's get everybody in the north here. Start moving south and go for the final push. Oh, we have some more furlonged divisions. That is actually less than ideal. We've got 3 divisions cut off here. I wasn't paying attention. So let's see if we can get these reconnected. We'll just let them hold out there for now. But we are going to have to work on getting these reconnected. Okay, that was a naval tech, I believe. I am just going to go down the tank techs at this point, because I don't think there's an awful lot that I still need to do navally. Yeah, everybody push south, but we are going to have to try and rescue our furlong division here. We might lose these if we're unlucky. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention. And that would actually be one of the larger losses that the Japanese have taken. Is there a supply base nearby that we can take? There's Rio, but there's no chance we're going to get Rio. We can try to fight our way to this port. Let's see if we can make that happen, because then we have some naval supplies, and that should mean that they will be able to hold out there a little bit more. Okay, it is getting a little sketchy here in terms of supply again in the south, so we'll need to... how far are we away from our supply hub being constructed? It's not going to be long anymore. So once that supply hub is constructed, we are in a bit better shape here. And I'm not sure where these divisions are going, but since they're here, they might as well just help out. And see if we can wipe out these divisions here. Okay, can they make their way... Can they make their way to the port? That is the big question. We'll try to already capture the port and move through the mountains. Yep, we've got more divisions coming in from the north. I think they should be able to make their way. They should be. If we're lucky, they're able to make their way to the to the port and can be saved. That would be nice. So these go there. We've got 3 dockyards again. They are being attacked, I believe. Yes, they are being attacked, but I think we can. I think we can make it out of there. If these attacks will stop, that would be great. And I think we can make it out of there alive. They are definitely pushing us back here in a lot of areas. I believe we will just have to hold here because we just don't have the supply. And I'm not sure where these guys want to go, but since they're here, they may as well assist with. They may as well assist, and of course now we've got the Americans here in Villaveja. We will need to hope that the reinforcements can make it there in time. And I want everybody attacking here. Okay. More troops to the south. Yeah, the supply is once again the big problem here. Okay, we have wiped these troops out. And I believe our supply hub should be... yes, we have a supply base now. We are gonna need a better connection, better railroad connection. So let's get that prioritized, I believe. All the rail, I'm not sure which one's which, but we're gonna get these all up north. Okay, and let's see if we can manage. No, they're pushing them back. That's unfortunate. Try to reconnect here. And I believe we will be reconnecting there. And they are facing the onslaught of the remaining Brazilian troops here, but I don't think that is going to be sufficient. Even though these troops are exhausted, low on supply, but I think we can manage to rescue them. Okay. And yeah, there's not an awful lot left here. Okay. Yes, we have reconnected, and we will take the port in Villaveja. Nobody gets a, and the Third Army is still complete. So 24 divisions of the Third Army. Please assign everybody here, and I believe we will. Yeah, we should have the momentum now. We just need to let everybody get into position. But we should have the momentum to push towards Rio and then towards Sao Paulo. And let everybody else just rest. But we can start now getting the mountain troops here. Getting them underway and trying to capture Bolivia. We've got some free dockyards, no non-aggression pacts. Let's build more smaller ships that we can actually still finish. Let's get me another line of the Aganos going. What do we have? Oh, we've got 36 ships ready. Okay, we've got plenty of ships that need training. So we're gonna we've got. Carrier Group 3 currently has 1 Shokaku, so we've got 2 Shokakus that can join Carrier Group 3. We've got the Amagi, which is an Atago class, funnily enough, which can join Carrier Group 3. We've got 1, 2, 3 Aganos, a bunch of Akis, and some Yugumos. And that's Akis, they can all join Carrier Group 3. More Yugumos, more Akis. These are just Carrier Group 3. Carrier Group 3 actually needs to exercise. We've got a bunch of Shimushus that can go just into convoy escorts. We've got Kaidais, many Kaidais. There, they all need to exercise. We've got Yugumo, Aki, Yugumo. They can all go to carrier group 3. We've got, we can replenish some of our, no, our submarine squadrons are actually in good shape. So we can create another North Atlantic submarine squadron. And we still have one here, there, and that is going to be Subron 9. Subron 9. And they obviously need that symbol. I am just waiting for the submarines to be ready, and they can be convoy raiding. I'm just waiting for the submarines to have the naval bases ready. We've got another group of Yunsens. They can join this group, and this is Scout Group 4. How far are we? Scout Group 4. This is Scout Group 5. Scout Group 5. Then that makes that Scout Group 6, and that will be doink. That will be Scout Group 7. Okay. I am going to bring these 2 scout groups back into the Atlantic and get them on patrol. That leaves me with 3 more Yunsens. Can I make another scout group? Yes, I can, I believe. So once these arrive, and that just leaves that thing, which is repairing. Everything else is exercising. So carrier group 3 now is going to have 3 carriers, 2 battleships. Yeah, could still do with a couple more heavy forces, but hang on a minute. Who is operating here? In the North Pacific? I'm be surprised. What are they doing up here, north here? From which naval base? Oh, this must be the American naval base here. They must have a naval base somewhere still. They must have ships in the area. Come on, wipe this out, please. Let's see if that disappears. Because I'd be very surprised if they had any... what is that, actually? Oh, there's a Haida Island. That thing's still a thing. Okay. 4 divisions from the Homeland Defense. I believe I have a job for you. Naval invasion. We're gonna get a couple more. Naval invasion from here to there. 7 divisions. Yeah. So let's get them already on target. It's probably the Canadians. Yes, I missed that there's an island. And that we will wipe out. So I would say for today that was a good chunk of work done. We have made some progress in South America. Brazil is about to go down, which means I believe we can start. These are communists. Communists are not allowed. So let's get that already going. We will keep capturing South America, but the next stop is going to be the 4th Army hopping over Denmark and Iceland towards the United Kingdom, and we are going to get ready building tanks and self-propelled artillery and all the useful things that we need to get ready for the final showdown with the German Reich. And Italy, but nobody cares about Italy. They still haven't managed to defeat the British. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.